Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Thanks for joining this live chat session. Lots of developments happening since yesterday. Three main topics, three main news stories for you, which I'll cover in this live chat. Interesting developments still ongoing in southern zone, Ralamata, Koram. What is happening there? What could happen in western zone, Humera Volkai, Sagade? We'll have a look at these developments in this live chat. Interestingly, Masgan is the first one who commented today. Yamasgan is a member. Special welcome to you, Yamasgan. This is the first time that Yamasgan was the first one to comment. Ayana joined too. Welcome, Ayana. How are you? Three main topics which I'll cover. I'm fine. Yamaskan, do you know Urdu, Hindi language, or do you make use of Google Translate? Because you write comments sometimes in Urdu language, my native language. So is it Google Translate, or you know the language a bit? Good to hear from you, Ayana. Where are you from, Ayana? Are you from Oromia? Yamaskan says he has some friends from Pakistan. I am trying to learn. Good to hear that, by the way. I could not learn even a single word of any language, Fano, Romo, uh, Amharic, or Tigrinya. I remember only one word, and that is Kinjo, I think, if I'm not wrong. This word was used by a viewer for my daughter, a little daughter, uh, 4 year, 3 year old. Someone used the word, I think it was Kinjo, and I think it meant cute, maybe. I remember only that one word, Kinjo, if it's correct. I forgot, but I think it was Kinjo. PO Boy Trucker joined too says, finally I catch a live. Special welcome to you, PO Boy Trucker, because you are a member. Two member joined today. Yamaskan PO Boy Trucker. Ego Nafir, everyone knows. Chilge chai pine. Chalenge chai pine. Let's go to have tea. Peace and Love joined. Third member who joined today is Peace and Love. Thank you for joining. Welcome to you, Peace and Love. Konjo means beautiful in Amharic. Yeah, I remember now. Konjo. This word was used by a viewer for my little daughter, Anaiza. So I remember this word, Konjo. Yeah, Peace and Love. I remember it's Konjo. It's a beautiful word, by the way. I like it. Konjo. It's a very, I like the sound, the feel of this word, Konjo. Now, three main topics, viewers. Tadase Warede, the Tigray military chief held a press briefing today, and what he said is very interesting. Are we seeing a Tigray ENDF alliance? If such an alliance has been formed, what are the nice gay pillow? Come on. This pillow has nothing to do with being gay, by the way. Nahum Architect joined as well. Yeast Cartography, Muhammad Ali, Engisham Photo. Let's analyze the talk of Tadase Verde a little later in this live chat. Secondly, since yesterday, some Oromia regional Peace and Love says, on whose payroll are you today? Yeah, I find a new sponsor on daily basis. That is what some viewers say. So they accuse me of being on the payroll of a new sponsor uh, uh, every day. So let's see what they say. Since yesterday, some Oromia local governments have been claiming, they have issued statements that a senior OLA commander has been killed. Senior means that he was heading three zones, and his father's house has been raided several times in the past few years. This commander's father's house. Thank you, Pure Boy Trucker, for buying this super chat sticker. He says, Javier. It means my brother, Tegrania. Javier Sajid. Is my pronunciation correct? Javier. Because there is a clan in Somalia with a similar name, and there are issues between the two clans in Somalia. The Rood and the other clan is, I think, Havi, if I'm not wrong. Liz Elias joined too from Tegarai. So, second topic is about this OLA commander, Have. Okay, Have. The Somali word Haviye, I think, is name of a clan there. So it's Have. I'll try to remember this word. Have means my brother. Thirdly, Somalia viewers an interesting invitation uh, from Hassan Sheikh to some regional presidents, including Puntland president. Puntland, a few days ago, refused to recognize Hassan Sheikh as a president. So it's Havia. Izo is saying, I think he's correcting me about the Somali word. Very similar though. Havia and Have. So Hassan Sheikh's invitation extended to Puntland president and some other presidents too. We'll try to analyze that as well. Peace is the way, says anybody. Peace is the way. I think I am seeing this name for the first time. Maybe I missed his participation. Lilo joined too. Thank you, Lilo, for appreciating me. Ye Forte, Sajid, you called Rayalamata News first, uh, as usual. Yeah, because I was following it for, I did the first video 3 weeks ago. For the last 3 weeks, I've been following the movement of Tigray fighters. I told you about more than one cablays taken by Tigray fighters near Bit Tigray 3 weeks ago. But some viewers said that I was making up stories. Uh, Obviously, I did not have the complete picture that TDF and ENDF were going to storm Alamata and Koram, but signs were there, and that is what happened. I think we should focus more on Salamte and Volkite now, which I'll speak a little later in this live chat. Let me start, viewers. Today, the senior uh, military officer in Tigray held a press briefing today. Alim joined too. Let me welcome Alim. He's a member. Special welcome to you, Alim. Alim says, is it possible the Alamata leaders were killed by the military to cause more and fighting in the north? Kira joined too, a member. Welcome, Kira. Okay, I'll respond to it as well. Who killed? Why were they killed? I'm talking about Alamata administrator, or the administrator and head of Identity Restoration Committee there. Let me start from what Teresa Verde said today. Teresa said one important thing which cannot be overlooked. He said that Tigray and the federal government have reached an agreement on the necessity of dismantling provisional illegal administrations in Ralamata, southern Tigray, western Tigray, and Salamti. One point. This is the most important point of today's where they talk from today. So he clearly announced today that the two sides have agreed that they're going to dismantle Amhara provisional governments in three territories, three zones, Salamti, Western, Southern zones. And in Ralamata, obviously, we're seeing they are jointly dismantling the government. It has been dismantled. Yesterday, Amhara militias fled towards Wog Himra and North Wollo. Amhara leaders, some were killed, others fled. Uh, the two who were killed, they were killed while they were on their way towards Kobo. There was a shootout. I heard there was a shootout between them and military. I'm not able to tell you what really happened on the ground, but there was a shootout. Maybe they resisted. They did not want to leave the Rala Mata zone. They had to leave. They were not happy. There was definitely a shootout between the two sides. It means that what started in Ralamata yesterday will continue in Salamti and in Volkai Tumara Sagade. In Ralamata, I did a video a few hours ago. It was an update. I told you that ENDF paddle forces are in control, both in Alamata city, Koram. Tigray fighters are there too, but ENDF and police are mainly in federal police. They're mainly in control. And Tigrayan so far have not entered the two towns. Tigrayan IDPs. They will be brought at a later time. Before that, the properties of the Tigrayan IDPs will be recovered, houses as well. And after that, the IDPs will return. So all were rumors that the military, that federal police had withdrawn from Alamata and Korup. It was not correct. No mobilization of Fano fighters so far from any part of Amhara towards Alamata. We have been monitoring since yesterday, no mobilization. No announcement of mobilization. Fano is silent. Fano groups don't want to involve themselves in Rayalamata. That is what we can say. I heard just a few minutes ago by some Amhara sources that ENDF and TPLF fighters had entered Koram. Since yesterday, Koram had been under ENDF control. Militia members retreated yesterday. And one important point, while one set of IDPs is returning to Rayalamata, another set of residents of Rayalamata is turning into IDPs. Around 10,000 Amharas, according to Amhara sources, have fled Rayalamata in the last 24 hours. They're fleeing towards two cities, Chisikota from Koram, towards Kobo from Rayalamata. Military is trying to stop them, telling them they are safe, but they are scared. Why? Because they are being told by some, they were told by some Amhara government leaders that if Tigray fighters enter, they would take revenge, they would kill them, so they should protect their territories. That is going to be protected. And now they're fleeing. Why? They are scared. So now Tigray IDPs are returning, then Amharas will call for their return. So when will it stop? We don't know. But the way Amharas are fleeing, Tigrayans will return, demographic balance will be in favor of Tigray. And maybe Tigray will agree to a referendum. Why? Because demographic balance will be in favor of Tigray. So this is what is happening in Ralam. Coming on the topic, what did Tadasevara say? Firstly, he talked about the joint strategy or agreement by Tigray and federal government to dismantle governments, provincial governments in the three zones. So we'll see similar operations in Slamti and Ralam and Volkai too. Second, he said that it's not that in the dark of night IDPs will return to their homes. No. He said that the houses, the properties, the businesses of IDPs will be recovered because they were uh, controlled by people illegally. So before the return of IDPs, properties of IDPs will be recovered. Secondly, he said that the provisional government employees will be cleared as well. There is a majority of government employees from one ethnic group, and that is Amhara. So those provisional government employees will be expelled or they'll be relieved. He talked about the flag too, that on local government, zonal government buildings, police stations, etc. Flag is being used of Amhara region. The flag will also be removed, etc. So these and other tasks will be completed by the Ethiopian Federal Forces, ENDF, Federal Police. All arrangements will be made, and then Tigrayan IDPs will return. And before that, obviously, dismantlement of governments, expelling or disarmament of militias, which has happened in Ralamata. Disbandment of government, expelling of militias has happened. Now you'll see that properties of Tigray IDPs will be recovered, and then uh, verification of employees of the government, and then IDPs will return. After that, new administration and maybe referendum too. So this is what Tadase Varede said. Now, does it mean that Tigray and Addis Ababa have formed an alliance? I just want to make one point. I think Abiy is playing very smartly. Why? Fano fighters are now in a very difficult position. If they intervene in Rala Mata, obviously their fight against federal government will be disrupted. They want to remain focused on Addis Ababa. But now a new situation in Rala Mata. So far, they're not interfering. If they don't interfere here in support of Amhara people, there'll be pressure on them from Amhara people, Amhara militia members, so Amhara people of the area. So difficult decision for them to make. If Fano fighters decide to intervene, there'll be fight between Fano fighters and Tigray. That will also be a blessing in disguise for the federal government. Why? Because Fano will be diverted towards Ralamata, Salamte, and Volkai. If Fano fighters start intervening in these two zones, there might be divisions. All Fano groups might not support. Maybe Fano will turn into two groups, especially when you'll see things happening in Volkai. I'll do it tomorrow about Volkai, by the way. Fano could split into two groups. North Gondar Fano intervening in Humera Volkai side. Maybe it will get support from South Gondar Fano as well, but South Gondar is mainly working in alliance with Gojam Fano. So one group of Fano fighting against Abiy's government and the other fighting against Tigray fighters in Volkai sector. Even this scenario suits the federal government as well. And if Fano don't intervene, Tigray takes back Humera Volca Sagdra Alamata, then Tigray would be grateful to Abiy, thankful to Abiy that Abiy helped him, helped them, helped retake the two territories. So Abiy is playing his cards very smartly, I believe. I'll analyze Volkai, Damak Zadu. I have some information from there too, but I'm just cross checking it. I'll do it tomorrow. Yamaskin says Sajid will find out soon why North Gondarfano been waiting all this time. Let's see. I think that it wouldn't be easy for North Gondarfano to enter Humera Volkai. I believe that. You'll see large-scale deployment of Ethiopian military along the two roads. There are two main roads, so basically, though secondary roads can be used as well, but there are two main roads, Gondar to Dansha, Gondar to Humera. Uh, Gondar to Dansha, and then Gondar to Dabat, Salamte. Military won't allow the movement of Gondar militias towards Maravolkai Sagade. But let's see. Gabriel says, who is this guy? You should tell who am I because you joined the live chat. Where do you find me? Mikhail says, Irob and Badme Sajid, don't forget Northern Tigray. Well, I don't think that Tigray at this point of time would like to open so many fronts. Now, let me just share my analysis with you. First, target Ra'alama. Second would be, I think, Salam. I think it's not based on any intelligence, it's my analysis. First, Ralamata, second, Salamte, third one, a toughest target, Umera Volca is sacked. Erob, I don't think that Tigray will make a move. Why? Because ENDF is not on board with Tigray when it comes to taking back Erob. Erob and Badme. So it might be I think these fronts will not be open. Maybe after months or years, Tigray will try to retake those territories from Eritrea. 120 MIL joined to Sajid. He says, Sajid, Fano's eyes are in 4 kilo. They will come back and kick TPLF behind later. Well, to the extent of Ra Al Amata, they'll stay silent. But when it comes to Volkai, maybe they'll hit back. Why? Because Volkai is the link between Eritrea and Amhara. Only link between Eritrea and Amhara is Volkai. If Volkai, Thumara Sagad is cut off, if Tigray takes control of these territories, maybe it won't be acceptable to Fano. But let's see. Real talk says, hi Sajid, do you think TDF will move to Volkai? $1 million question, no one knows, but Dasse made it clear today, by the way. He said that the two sides have agreed, Tigray and federal government, that provisional governments will be dismantled in the three zones, Salamti, western and southern zones. Eritrea, Coco says, have you ever been to Ethiopia? No, I have never been to Ethiopia. Had I ever been to Ethiopia, if I ever visited Ethiopia in the past, I wouldn't be here reporting, I think. Lilo says, Sajid Tigray, government leaders are in Addis Ababa. What should we say about that? I think Getachew said that this morning that they're meeting in Addis, but obviously they have a lot to talk about. Dismantlement of the governments, then return of IDPs, the entire mechanism. Uh, Discussions are definitely about the territories, disputed territories, not about territory, I believe. Zakir Naik says Fano and TDF had secret agreement. What is the secret? Can you tell, Mr. Sajid? Well, I have been hearing rumors only that Fano and TDF agreed on something, and that is Fano won't intervene in the contested territories. But I could not confirm that. I talked to a few people close to Fano. No confirmation. If Fano is silent, it does not mean it is in secret alliance with TDF. It wants to stay silent because its focus is on Addis Ababa. No behind the scenes, under the table agreement with TDF so far. You are seeing clearly the alignment. Tigray is aligned with the federal government. That is what Tadase, where they said today. They are meeting in Addis Ababa. So, so it means that there is no Tigray Fano alignment. Alignment is Tigray and federal government versus Amhara region-based groups, excluding Prosperity Party. Alim says, I think the fact that you are geographically and ethnically detached helps your reporting. Yeah, sometimes when your emotions are not involved, your loyalties are not involved, you are able to analyze developments impartially. By the way, people help me, you people help me because I am a foreigner. So whether you are from Oromia, Amhara, Somali, Afar, you contact me because maybe I'm more reliable for you. I am not from one of the ethnic groups in Ethiopia. It's because of you. You people trust me. That is how I'm able to understand and share my analysis with you. Livona says, why do you think Eritrea released the Tigrayans arrested in Eritrea? Well, I've been trying to find some solid information about that. I could not. Uh, Maybe it was just a show of solidarity, a show of goodwill, a gesture of goodwill from Eritrea towards Tigray. But Eritrean position about border is unchanged. It says no talks, border issue sealed. It's not an issue. It cannot be called unresolved issue. So the release of Tigrayans does not mean Eritrea is showing any flexibility about the core issue between the two sides. Yeah, Yemaskan, I heard about this revenge operation for the death of Sinai. Worldella says your analysis that Abi's decision is smart as a whole because Abi has some backing in Amhara, that is Amhara PP and militia, and he might lose the whole Amhara region. Amhara PP is with him. And we saw what happened a few days ago in dozens of Amhara region cities. People took to the streets to support Abi. He has managed to raise militias here. He has managed to raise a new force as well, strike force, anti-riot police here. So I don't see the entire Amhara region turn against PMRB. It's difficult for people to rise against the sitting government. People are scared. So people cannot rise, I think. A lot depends on PPs behind him. We saw that Johannes Boyalu's immunity was revoked by Amhara Regional Council. So the man spoke for Amhara people. He said that Amhara people were being, they were under repression, they were being massacred, but Amhara PP uh, uh, held a session, a meeting, Amhara Regional Council, and his immunity was revoked. That is why no signs of entire Amhara region uniting against Myanmar. But I still believe, I said that yesterday too, by the way, I said that it would be difficult for Tigray and federal government to emulate the model which they have adopted in Ralamma. Volkayat is different. Maybe this model can be emulated in Salamti, but not in Volkayat. In Volkayat, things could turn deadly, I believe. I'll do it on the tomorrow base. Let me speak a little about OLA viewers. Since yesterday, we've been seeing reports by some Oromia local Wareda level communication officials. They have been claiming that a senior Oromo Liberation Army commander has been killed. This commander is the son of an Abagada, a traditional Oromo leader, Abagada Gubina. This Abagada Gubina is a very controversial figure. He's head of all Abagadas, I think, based in East Shoa, if I'm not wrong. Uh, yeah, East Shoa. And security forces have been conducting operations. They've been conducting raids at Gubina's house. Why? Because Abagada Gubina's sons are part of the Oromo Liberation Army. One son is a commander. His name is Jal Jilcha. Jal Jilcha, security forces were trying to find him, trying to capture him for months. And several times, the Gubina's house was raided. Security forces opened fire at the house. A few months ago, we heard from the Gubina that he survived an assassination attempt. So, West RC, East RC, zonal level communication officials claimed this morning that Jal Jilcha had been killed. I then talked to a few people who were close to Ola, close to me as well, to get a confirmation. Jal Jilcha is head of 3 zones. One of the 3 zones is East Shore. So he's the main commander. If a commander is leading 3 zones, it means he's the main commander. And where Batur Gasa was killed, he was also killed in East Shore, in Mekki town. Jilcha is in charge of this area where Batur Gasa, OLF leader, was killed. I could not confirm Jal Jilcha's death. I was told by the people that Jal Jilcha last night led an operation by Ola against Ethiopian military in Mekki town. Mekki is in East Shoa. In Mekki town, Batargasa was killed, allegedly by Ethiopian security forces. OLF, OLA both now accuse Ethiopian security forces that they killed Batargasa. Jilcha has not been killed. Since Ethiopian government officials have officially claimed that Jilcha has been killed, they should now share the evidence. OLA is denying that. OLA sources say that he's alive, he's conducting operations. We know that PP members have been pronouncing Jalmaro dead as well for years. But Jalmaro, Komsa Dereba, is alive. Everyone knows he's leading operations. And by the way, we are hearing check out the new corridor project in Addis Ababa, Somalia says. Why can't Somalia have a respected GDP? Well, Somalia is not united. Al Shabaab is raising lots of money in Somalia, by the way. It has imposed taxes, it is collecting extortion as well, extortion money too. Last news story from Somalia, then a few questions and comments. Hassan Sheikh is trying to reconcile with Dini, Puntland president. A serious dispute between the two sides. A few weeks ago, we saw that Somalia's government tabled some amendments, constitutional amendments at the parliament. Amendments were passed, but after that, Puntland said it won't recognize the constitution and Hassan Sheikh as the president of the country. It announced almost self-governance, self-administration, not secession, but self-governance. Now, Hassan Sheikh is trying to reconcile with uh, Puntland, and he has extended an invitation to Puntland president to attend national consultative meeting on the 20th of April. After 4 days, discussion will be held in Mogadishu, Puntland, Jubaland, Southwest State, Gulmudug. Presidents have been invited by Hassan Sheikh for this meeting to Mogadishu. Let's see. Will Puntland President Said Abdullah Dini attend the meeting or not? We'll see. If he boycotts meeting, it would be another indication of growing gulf between Portland and Mogadishu. Over to you in coming videos. So, the 20th of April. Muni is not here, Maskan, today. Duga Ilma says Yilma Mardasa's brother was killed by Ola. Yes, Ola is claiming. I did a video on that. Ola claimed that Ilma Mirdasa, Ethiopian air chief's brother, was killed, I think, in southwest Shoa. Uh, confirmation is awaited. No confirmation from the family so far. Parabdi, you're from Somalia. Any truth in the reports that Puntland and Jubaland presidents are meeting in the UAE? Several people said, Sajid, you're not covering this important development. UAE is mediating between Puntland and Jubaland. The two presidents are in Dubai, UAE. With 40 minutes have passed, I think we should end the live chat. He wasn't part of Ola. He was Hilma's brother. I don't know if he was an influential PP member. Maybe he was targeted because he was Hilma's brother. Carol Gota joined too. He says hi. I think we should end the live chat session, viewers. 41 minutes have passed. I covered three topics in this live chat. I talked about Tadase Varede's announcement of agreement between Tigray and federal government to dismantle Amhara governments, provisional governments, and expel Amhara militias from three zones: southern, western, and Salamti. Secondly, the rumors about death of Jal Jilcha, OLA commander, seem to be false. No confirmation so far. OLA is denying. Lastly, Hassan Sheikh is inviting Puntland president to Mogadishu on the 20th of April for consultative meetings. Some other regional presidents have also been invited. Will Dini visit Mogadishu on the 20th of April to meet with Hassan Sheikh? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching the live chat session. Stay blessed. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.